everyone, it's Mike. During this video, I'm going to answer a question that was posted on my channel by Hussein Naji. I really appreciate this question. They said, make a stack for the best bang for buck. I brought with me a few newts. And firstly, just to disclose, before going into the newts themselves, if your goal really was to minimize your costs, the one tweak, the one huge tweak you can make is really just go from capsules to powder. The powdered form, you're probably gonna save half the money in essence, although when you're taking the powdered form, just be conscious of the fact that the tastes for a lot of nootropics, and I can guide you, are horrendous. They may even have like an aftertaste which you really can't get rid of even after brushing your teeth. So if taste is important to you, just in understanding that and what you can tolerate, I can do that during a future video, as I pretty much tasted all of the nootropics, or popular nootropics you can say out there. Some of the worst being Bacopa, Rhodiola, Pramiracetam, and Tribulus. Tribulus, not necessarily a nootropic, but it'll boost your testosterone naturally. That is the absolute worst nootropic, just in its texture, its aftertaste, and everything. So firstly, if you're looking to minimize your costs, buy the powdered form. You could purchase a powdered form on Smart Powders or Nootropics Depot. They typically do have it there. And otherwise, in terms of, once you do that, you can purchase a capsule machine. If you look up on Google, there's something called the capsule machine, and you can conveniently just pretty much encapsulate all of your nootropics, which I've made in a previous video. You can look up that video, and you're essentially just dumping powder, pretty like empty, very small capsules in there, and just jamming it together. But the problem is you can only encapsulate maybe 30 at once. That would be my first idea for you. And otherwise, just to talk about the newts themselves, I'll give you my opinion as far as what are some of the best new nootropics for the price. Firstly, caffeine. This is 200 milligrams of caffeine per tab. This is 120 tabs. This is maybe what, $5 or $6, or you can have coffee, but this is a lot less expensive. Caffeine, very powerful. It's a mood uplifter. It'll help you with your cognition, long-term memory, short-term memory, ability to solve complex problems, and just general optimism, and helps a lot of people with social anxiety. Just be conscious of the energy effects. Like, you'll reach the peak in terms of energy levels and mental energy somewhere between like 45 to 60 minutes into it, and it'll take about 30 minutes for it to get in your system. Absolutely love caffeine. Otherwise, ashwagandha, this is KSM 66 from Nootropics Depot. This is pretty inexpensive considering like the doses. You can do well with like one capsule 2 to 3 times per day. Really like that. Bacopa, this is the synapse. This is as well from Nootropics Depot. This is 320 milligrams. I dose it a little bit higher. That's again one capsule. So you take 2 to 3 capsules per day, and it's a decent dose. Again, if you buy this in the powder form, it is ridiculously inexpensive. I like it a lot. Phenylparacetam. This will be probably one of the most surprising things, just because for a nootropic so effective, who would know that you could purchase like 30 grams of this stuff so inexpensively? I don't remember what I paid, but I mean, it was less than 40 bucks anyway. 30 grams, and you know, when looking at it, a good dose of this stuff is like 100 milligrams, provided that you get a scale. So I like it a lot, phenylparacetam. Every time I think about it, and I just compare this to modafinil, because both of them really seem to energetically have very similar effects, I'm absolutely shocked as far as how inexpensive this is. Rhodiola, this is my favorite form. Rhodiola rosea, this is from Nootropics Depot. Again, very inexpensive. It'll help you to fight fatigue. You could get that feeling like a nap, just recharge. It'll also help you to suppress your appetite to some extent. Like it a lot. I don't talk about this one too much, but green tea extract really does have its purposes for general antioxidant. ECGC, it'll help you with your appetite suppression as well. And I like taking it towards the end of the day, not necessarily when I need like a big like boost of caffeine, but just to get a little bit relaxed, helps to fight off a little bit of fatigue. And then alpha GPC, this is the 50% powder. I take a lot of this stuff. I take 3 to 400 milligrams, three times per day or so. This is the one nootropic which I don't encapsulate, just because I take so much of it, and my doses change throughout the day. Like pre-workout, I'm starting to just play around with like 500 milligrams, just as far as seeing what it can do in terms of growth hormone, power output. There's a lot of studies showing that this stuff does have a good purpose pre-workout. So that's alpha GPC. And lastly, this will probably go in one of the top 3 in terms of bang for your buck is Noopept, because this is 10 grams. I think I paid $15 for this from Nootropics Depot, and provided that you have a scale, a good dose of Noopept is what, 10-15 milligrams. I would recommend that you experiment with taking it under your tongue. Just try that. The one thing just so inconvenient about having this in the powdered form is it is so hard to weigh. Like when you think about it, just the thought of weighing something which is 5 to 10 milligrams, it's really hard to get right. I mean, I would say you're better off just like putting a little bit on your finger, and like after you've eyeballed it enough, just from using the scale, you can get good at it. But at the beginning, it's gonna take you maybe 10-20 times of doing that just to get in the habit of weighing, 5 to 10 milligrams. So it's certainly not easy. Hope that's helpful, guys. That's the best bang for your buck. Again, go with the powdered form if you're really concerned. And again, like Noots aren't somebody just, if you're on like a minimum wage job or you're a student, I wouldn't recommend you take the stack like anywhere close to what I'm taking. However, if you can say like a risk taker, or if you're an entrepreneur, you're looking to build your business, like be your best self, especially for those of you who are working in a job where there's really no glass ceiling, and it's like the more you put in, the better potentially your income can be in your lifestyle. Those, that class of the ones which nootropics likely would appeal to. Hope you guys again found that helpful. I love your comments, so don't forget to comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time.